A great night for Friday night football in the Metroplex, and we are at the Woodshed Hog Stadium as the Hebron Hogs open their season against a 1-0 Colleyville Heritage Panther Ball Club that beat Duncanville 58-52 last week. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Woodshed alongside with Darren McLean. I'm Doug Anderson. Hats a lot, Joe. These two teams are loaded at the skill positions, so the scoreboard could get a workout tonight. We're back for the opening kick in a moment on TXA 21.
First game of the season for the Hawks. They have to be better with age. Last year, this was a very young team that went 4-6. They took their lumps a season ago. No opening night jitters. It's very exciting to come out in your first game. You have to worry about not having those jitters, trying to do too much. Bring the wood. This is a very good football team historically here at the Woodshed. They've got to protect their own turf.
First down for the Hogs on their own 22-yard line as we are just underway at Hog Stadium tonight. Three wide receivers to the left side for Brian Aubuchon, or Kyle Aubuchon, I should say. And I'm having trouble with that perhaps tonight because he is the younger brother of Brian Aubuchon, who led the Hogs to a 2005 state championship in 4A Division II. First pass is complete and lots of running room across midfield. 29-yard pickup for the Hawks, and that's Devin Flynn. This is a young man who transferred in from the state of Florida, where he had 1,000 yards of offense last year, and he makes an immediate impact for the Hawks here.
Well, this is just a numbers game on the outside. You've got three Hawks receivers lined up against only two defenders against the Heritage Panthers. Of course, you're going to win that. Somebody's got to be open. And you just see the athleticism in this wide receiving core on the first play of the game.
Siske returning all-district player for Heritage, and you look at the starting lineup for the Hawks. Will Juarez is a Division I recruit at left tackle. He anchors a good offensive line. Keontae Griffin, watch out for him. Ryan Brazel calls him the best athlete of the bunch.
Two early penalties here in the onset.
Third down and 16 now for Kyle Aubuchon and the Hogs. Desmond Wortham lines up to his right. Aubuchon looks over the middle of the field, finds Walker, and Walker still on his feet across the 30 down to the 27-yard line. Great pickup by Kurt Walker, 29 yards before Ryan Birchfield brings him down.
And that's a pretty good matchup on the outside. Ryan Birchfield, a soft 5'5" sophomore of the year at the defensive back position. But look how Kurt Walker gets in behind it, and just an absolute perfect pass by Aubuchon. This is not an easy throw at home, folks. You've got to drop that ball over the shoulder of the defender, and that's just an outstanding
play. And that will bring up fourth down. The field goal unit will come on for the Hogs. Try and make this a 5-0 ball game.
Well, I think Aubuchon panicked just a little bit. He didn't realize he had the time that he did.
Kurt Walker is the kicker for Hebron. Last year, he had 8 field goals, 36 PATs. This will be a 25-yard attempt just inside the right hash mark. Walker's kick is on its way, and it's good. A 25-yard boot for Kurt Walker gives the Hebron Hawks a 5-0 advantage with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And we're back to the Woodshed in a moment on TXA 21. First game of the year for the Hebron Hogs, and so far they're off to a good start, leading 5-0 over the Colleyville Heritage Panthers. That scoring drive, 8 plays, LD, 44 yards, a 25-yard field goal by Kurt Walker, but a couple of big pass plays, especially the one to Kurt Walker on 3rd and 16.
Yeah, but if you're the Heritage Panthers, you've got to feel pretty good. I mean, you've given up your short field, you gave up a longer turn to start both of those possessions, and really, your defense bended a little bit, but you didn't give up any touchdowns, so that's got to be a good shock of confidence to that defense.
Montel Garner takes the kick inside the 5-yard line and is stopped at about the 17-minute left in the first quarter. Hebron leading 5-0 and moving the football. Aubuchon will go for the home run. Walker's there, caught, 5, touchdown. 50 yards to the house for Kurt Walker. And it's the first touchdown of the night as Hebron takes an 11-0 lead.
This is the benefit of having a senior quarterback, Doug. They call all 9 routes. You've got 3 receivers running the go route. You've got the inside receiver running the post. So that puts Craig Fisher on an island. And this is an excellent read by Abishan to throw it right over the top of the safety's head. You get caught looking in the backfield. You get burnt behind for 6. And that's exactly what happened.
Kurt Walker just caught the 50-yard touchdown pass, and now he'll have to attempt the extra point. Kick is on its way, good, and Kurt Walker accounts for all 7 points there as Hebron takes a 12-0 lead with 51 seconds left in the first quarter. And we send it down to the sideline and check in with Joe. The scoring play as that young man was the recipient of a nice pass from Kyle Abishan, and he did the rest.
Yeah, and it's really well executed. You couldn't see it from this angle. It really put the free safety in a bind. You've got 2 guys running at him. You've got 1 guy going inside. He's got to make the choice, and whatever choice he makes, Abishan makes the opposite choice and throws that nice touchdown to Walker. Great execution there by the Hawks offense.
Capped a 4-play, 61-yard scoring drive. Minute 39 taken off the clock, and now 51 seconds remain here in the first quarter as Hebron tries to please the home crowd on opening night.
Well, the Hawks are going to definitely need a boost. They don't want to let this deficit get more than what it already is.
Montel Garner takes Desmond Wortham, who was only a freshman. Keontae Griffin, who was a sophomore, now a junior this year. And you look at their schedule, they've got a chance to really turn that record around. But then take a look at the district that they ended up in here in realignment, and you realize they're in one of the toughest districts in the state with Plano East, Plano, Allen, Flower Mound Marcus, and Flower Mound. And the district play starts up with Flower Mound's Jaguars on the 24th, but before that, they still have tough games against Mesquite, Horn, and Stephenville.
Well, they've got a tough start to the season. That non-conference schedule is no slouch as well, and then you finish up with Flower Mound, Marcus, and Allen.
That's going to be tough. Keontae Griffin going cross field, picks up a nice block. Inside the 10, heading to the corner, and he scores 40 yards. Keontae Griffin. And you can give some credit to Joseph Farley, the tight end, for opening up a big hole with a huge block. Kurt Walker on to attempt the extra point as the Hogs try to make it a 19-0 ball game.
Kickoff return game, but his defensive skills as well. So, I tell you what, this is a great talent, and man, I'm looking forward to hearing more about him this season.
Montel Garner on the return, Division II, and of course, longtime assistant in the Louisville Independent School District as well.
Oh, it's time for the Panthers to make a defensive stand. Make this be a kick here.
Pass to the end zone, going up for it, and coming down out of bounds. Kurt Walker could not quite reel it in. Craig Fisher had the coverage on the play, but Walker almost with his second touchdown of the night.
That's a pretty good cover there by Craig Fisher, and a pretty decent throw. He throws this ball out on the outside here, and there you go. And yes, that's and you can argue it's a push out or a force out, but it's clearly showing that he's out of bounds. So good break there for the Heritage Panthers. They didn't want to allow a touchdown in that situation, forced a field goal kick here. You still have plenty of time if you can get the football back.
So Walker will try a 37-yarder. Actually, he won't from the right hash mark as Abishan takes the snap and will have to throw it. There's a penalty flag down on the play, but a poor snap and hold for the Hebron special teams.